5 years on the planet. Grew up listening to Michael and Janet. Starry-eyed kid in pajamas thinking one day. A steady diet of Brandy and Luther, Kimberell and Tony, I got used to. Burn so many songs from my computer thinking one day. Told my mama that I wanna be a singer. Told my daddy I'm a hell of a producer. Told my sister I'ma mean something to you maybe one day. Just you wait, and it's gonna be my time. And everyone will learn that God's timing is better. Just you wait, and it will all make sense. And all the time we spent thinking it couldn't get better. It got better, yeah. Man, the last few years been kinda lonely. And even when I get to chill with the homies, all of them went and got hitched up on me. I'm like, one day. It's hard to sing about love when you got none. Praying every day God send me the right one. All this work and no play got me wishing that one day. Put my heart into the music cause it's safer. Knowing damn well I need me a savior. Someone that I can be on my worst behavior with one day. Just you wait, and it's gonna be my time. It's gonna be my time. Oh, so much better. And it will all make sense. It'll all make sense. If you think of giving up, let me say it gets better. It gets better. If you're thinking it's too tough, let me say it gets better. It gets better. Oh, if you're tired of the bullshit, I'm telling you it's better. It gets better. Oh, every boy and every girl, don't you know it gets better? Just you wait, and it's gonna be my time. And everyone will learn that God's timing is better. Just you wait, and it will all make sense. And all the time we spent thinking it couldn't get better.
Whatever you wanna do is fine with me. Baby, get comfortable. My time is free. Go ahead and get open. Maybe we'll just fall in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll just fall.
Touching me, babe, makes me lose my mind. Oh no, when you came to my place, this is how we spend the time. Netflix asking if we're still watching, cause you stole all my attention. That's when you parted them lips and said,
whatever you wanna do.
Ooh,
it's fine with me.
We can keep it on the couch and take it to the bed.
Comfortable. My time is free.
Baby, you can beat it down. You can take it.
Maybe we'll just fall in love.
Maybe we'll just fall in love. Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe we'll just fall in love.
Maybe we'll just fall in love, yeah, yeah. Falling till we head over heels, go crazy. Keep touching, keep kissing. Have fun, baby. Have fun, baby. Head over heels, go crazy. Keep touching, keep kissing. Have fun, baby. Set 'em all in nice and slow. Bodies in the same time. Now I'm deep far as I can go. And you tell me that it's mine. Pulling me closer to the limit. Moving in the TV lights. That's when you parted them lips and said,
Whatever you wanna do, it's fine with me.
baby, leave it in. No, don't you take it out.
Comfortable, my time is free.
We can do it all again. Let's go another round.
Maybe we'll just
Ooh, let's fall in love. Let's fall in love.
Maybe we'll just fall.
Until we head over. Heels go crazy. Keep touching, keep kissing. Have fun, baby. Have fun, baby. Head over heels. Let's go crazy. Oh.
Yeah. Pink cookies crushed in a plastic bag. While I'm thinking about the lust that you should have had. And every time I wanna rush you, go and get the cab. It's alright, cause tonight I'm gon' get that ass. I wouldn't pass if a point guard was my label. You got my head spinning, spinning, baby, like a dreidel. I say, well, cause Play-Doh couldn't match your shape, yo. The way your waist holds, everything in place, almost like it had a say-so. Your composition is optimistic, the way you make a brother feel good. Feel good. And if you with it, I can show you how to get it when I'm harder than some steel wood. And I still could dip inside your mind like some hair while I ride on a 95. Girl, I still could dip inside your mind like I was looking for diamonds inside your design, huh? Yo, baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I wanna let you know that I might just do something stupid. Baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I wanna let you know that I might just do something stupid. Listen, I don't wanna be enrolled on the list of other bros that you had to up and leave, baby. I know I'm always talking about come out your clothes, baby. We could take it slow so you see the end of me, maybe. You ain't never met a brother quite like me. Always call your phone late at night like me. Make sure that you home safe, make you want your own place, cause you know there can't nobody pipe like me. Lay down, turn your face round, put your ass up, playground, do what I say now, don't you act up. I see you did your face up, and I fucked up your makeup. Said you don't let the average nigga go and fucking back up a little more, baby, get the feeling. I like to watch it while I work, cause your fruit's appealing. I like to watch it while you squirt, cause your fruit's appealing. I like to watch it while you run, cause your juice is leaking. Oh, baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, but I gotta let you know that I might just do something stupid. Baby, I don't wanna make you feel like I'm anxious, your eyes, babe. Maybe I could show you something new that you never seen before. And maybe you could do some of the things that you do behind the door. I need to say.
Yeah, baby. What's up? And we're back. It's your boy Q Christopher with Tati Danny, and as we promised, filmmaker, creator, writer, everything under the sun, Bobby Ashley is in the building. Welcome to the show, bro.
Welcome
Hey,
to
how you
the
doing?
show.
For the second time around.
The first time with Tati, so that's what matters.
That's what's up, man.
Welcome.
Mr. Busy Man. I know you're doing a lot of things. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man.
Yeah, a lot. A lot to talk about.
But before we get to your journey, I want to talk about some of the things that are happening in social media, if you may. For instance, Mr. Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about him going to jail at such a old age?
Well, so crazy enough that me and my friend was talking about this. Well, it's such a sticky situation because I'm looking at it from a perspective of race, and I feel like right is right, wrong is wrong. You do the time, you do the crime, you have to do the time. But I hope that all this attention and the way the media is bashing him, I hope they bash, the Harvey Weinstein. We still have this person still in the White House where he admitted to doing it on tape.
Right.
And Seven Heaven is still playing on TV. So while they pulled the Cosby off, so I'm just saying, yes, right is right, wrong is wrong. If you do the crime, you have to do the time. However, let's treat everyone equal and not just, bash this person because we already know what time it is.
Yeah.
A black man in America. And, he has, that's one thing you can't take away from Bill Cosby. He built a legacy, from the Cosby Show to a different world, to what he's doing with, what he did with colleges out there. So I just feel like, right is right, wrong is wrong. And I just hope that everyone get the same treatment. It's unfortunate that what he did is like, can't take that back, but it's
No, I don't think we're
I think
questioning.
you should write a movie about it.
No,
Make a whole series about it.
I'm gonna leave that.
You gonna step back from that.
I don't know if we're questioning like him being penalized more so than
Right.
in old age, like actually
Well,
going to the facility.
The truth is that he did something wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
it is. Like we
yes.
can all say that is the case, but
How
more
they're
so,
treating him compared to others who done the
Exactly.
same thing
That's
is
where-
the bigger issue, and that's
that's
what
the
people
bigger
are looking
issue.
at.
It's
I feel like we're always put to the forefront, made an example.
Right. It's like,
it's unfair.
put him to the forefront, but everyone's stay in the shadow. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
Weinstein is still walking.
Yeah, and we haven't heard from Matt Lauer in how long?
Exactly.
He fell off the face of the planet.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Next, moving
Yes.
on.
The big and better and beautiful things. The Av series. You're on your second series, third
Season 2.
Season two.
And we're writing season 3 as we speak.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. So for those who don't know what the Av series is, just run it down for us real quick.
Well, I call it the heartbeat of Brownsville, Brooklyn. That's where I'm born and
Brooklyn,
raised.
stand up. Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically about a group of entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs who want to open their own businesses, but they go about doing things the wrong way because they're caught up in this check fraud and conspiracy. So aspirations are high, but the risk is there. So will they achieve or will they fail? There's a lot of twists and turns, and I feel like we show more, we just show these black people in such a flawed way, and I love how these characters, they carry their own like and dislike in the humanity and what they do, just to solidify that we're all human at the end of the day. And there's no because they're in Brownsville, they're doing this. It's like, no, they're in Brownsville, but they're trying to move themselves in the right direction. So I feel
doing
like
it.
exactly,
And
and
doing
doing
it.
it, and
Yeah.
doing it exactly. So
People
that's
need to
why-
recognize that.
Exactly.
Just
So
because you live in the ghetto don't mean you act in ghetto. Or,
Thank
you
you.
don't have hopes and dreams.
Exactly. So I feel like, we're pushing that message. Now, yes, we have the
That's
entertainment,
beautiful.
of course,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you look beyond that and look into the hearts of each character, and you understand them. They're just human beings.
And where do you draw inspiration
From
Outside your window.
basically, but I draw inspiration from myself, what I've been through personally, what my friends been through, and just seeing us now going after our dreams. Like I have a good friend of mine who's starting his own fitness, company. So
Nice.
it's like he want to get into that, but he's from Brownsville,
Okay.
and he has a family, but that's one thing that's not holding him back. He has that goal. He want to achieve it. So it just feels good to really draw inspiration from people who I know personally, and that they're out there doing it. We're not waiting for opportunities.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Now you're the writer of it as well, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of space do you need to be in to like think of like how this character is going to be and the issues that they're going to encounter?
Well, it's me and my writing partner Robert McCallow. Shout out to him. We go into the writer's room and we establish what each character want, like their goal, and we be like, all right, this character want this, but he or she ain't gonna get it too quick. They have to go through obstacles, and me and him always our goal is to set the bar high.
So wait, take a step back. You said the writing room. Now, is this explain what the writing room is? It secluded, locked off? Like you got 6 different jars of colored M&Ms? Like what's going on?
Well, basically it's just me and Robert sitting down breaking story, and we just throwing ideas out there. We're pitching ideas, and just like the Power Writers Room,
Right.
all these other shows, we just sitting back and we just making sure the story, because at the end of the day, I'm all about
Has to
story,
make
making
sense.
sure it's locked and it's loaded, it's making sense. So, I'm a type of person that I don't like to give my characters their goals too easy. So they have to go through a lot of obstacles to get to where they need to be.
Nice.
So that's how we break story.
That's real life anyway.
Right. So we include that in the
Yeah.
writer's room.
So back to
Back to
what kind of space you need to be in to
Right. Oh, sorry. Right.
outside of the writer's room.
Outside the writer's room.
Yes.
Nah, it depends on my mood. Like if I need to, get into a Stacey storyline, I put on some Sade, or if I need to get into a Nate storyline, I put on, let me see, depends on Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, debut album. So it just depends on the mood of each character, and I feel like I give each character their own playlist, and be like, okay, I'm in the mood for Keith, I'm in the mood for Ed, I'm in the mood for Quan, I'm in the mood for Valanda. She want to turn up, so so I'm gonna put on some Lil Kim, so it's like it depends on the mood of each character that influence me to okay,
Right.
it's time to write this storyline. Time to break this story for this character. So yeah.
Let's take it back to the beginning. Where did you start? Like, how did you find your niche for this?
Okay, let me try to break it down. Try to break it down the same way Beyonce broke down her Super Bowl performance.
Yes.
So let me try to break that down real quick. So I started at I knew I wanted to do this since the age of 12. And I started writing, and then I made my first short film at the age of 16. And then from there, I made my other short film at the age of 20. And then the Ave came about while I was a junior in college, Brooklyn College. And from there, it just took off.
Yeah.
So I knew this was my calling ever since I used to just watch movies and watch the credits. And I used to see I pretended to see myself,
name,
my
scrolling.
names, like scrolling. And I was like, what is that? But, and I just told my mom, I was like, listen, I'm going to become a filmmaker. And she said, okay,
nice.
Nice.
got to go do it. Don't give up. So, yeah.
Yeah. 2 for 2. Last week we had another
Yes.
artist who explained the same thing. I want to do this, mom, and they supported. I
Mom,
feel like that
that's it.
support is great.
Yeah, check. Like, all right, this is what my son want to do.
Right.
He's not in the streets. Good.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. I think
beautiful.
more
That's
parents need to feel that way.
Exactly. Especially where I'm from, where we're from. I feel like if more parents encourage their kids to go after their dreams, then they would not feel like they need to seek an answer out there
Yeah.
in the streets. As long as the answer is validated and is locked inside the home, then they can go out and do anything they want.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, is there any pressure for each season? like to make it better? Like, where do you get your vibes from to make the season even better than the last?
I always watch the previous seasons,
Okay.
and I watch and I watch and see like what me and Robert can improve on,
Okay.
and basically it's hard setting the bar high because like season 2 everyone loved what we did with season
Right.
2. Like, yo, this is amazing, the writer was dope, blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So season 3 we just step it up like crazy. So it is pressure, but I feel like with a strong team behind me and people who really rock with the show and understand these characters, the pressure dilutes and the faith starts to kick in because it's like, now it's time for us to let's take it back to when we started. When we first started, it was just us in Brownsville filming, and wanted to get a story out there. Because sometimes, we lose ourselves in the process. Because like, all right, now we're here. But when we was here, it was just humble, grind, blah blah, not worrying about anything. So yes, we still have to worry, but let's go back
Keep
to our
that
roots because those
same
were the
rhythm.
same roots exactly that kept this tree alive. So yeah.
So
That's awesome.
now you're working on another project, Single Man Problems. There's a lot to write about that, right? Some good
So give
side,
some
the
input?
yo, I got you. The good side and the bad side. No, you want to talk about that? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Crazy. So Single Man Problem co-created. I ain't create the show fully. It was
Okay.
me and Robert McCallow co-created that Single Man Problems. That was our first project we collaborate on and then he came on to write the Av season 2.
Okay.
So Single Man Problems, I love the show. I call it is a light-hearted comedy, very different from the Av. It's about Ronnie. He's basically a self-confident, conscious young man who single who catfishes his way into trying to find love while navigating throughout his 20s. So it's a show full of friendships, love, and just figuring out life along the way. So it's like, oh, great. These are my issues. And then a lot of people were shocked because they were like, wait, your lead is not only, he's a young gay black male. And I was like, yeah, because there are a lot of people out there who are in this situation. But one thing I tend to do with my characters is that I don't pay attention to the labels because I feel like they're so flawed and so many people can relate to this. I could put this on right after the Av. An audience on the Av would be like, oh, this is funny. This is interesting. So it's crazy because Single Man is in the festival run and we were at the New York Latino Film Festival hosted by HBO, and they were, the audience was just taking it all in. And it was like, oh my goodness, this is so authentic, it's so real. The story, it's so, first of all, it's short. Each episode is 10 minutes. So,
they want more.
Yeah, exactly. They was like, what is this? Where did this come from? But I was like, yeah, I was just hearing stories and inspiration behind that is, I do part of myself and also part of, storylines that I hear outside from people, and people come up to me and they tell me their issues. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put this in the show. All right. And
It works.
It did.
Works.
So, and then people be like, yeah, I had the catfish before. I'm like, wait, what? You did what? Okay, first of all, I never did that before. I was
I'm Bobby Ashley.
Right, like, I don't need to do that. What's going on? So, but that's people in their lives. So, and then, of course, I watch Catfish, the TV show. I'm like, this really, what the heck? But
it really happens. Huh?
Exactly. So I'm like,
I don't understand why it's still happening.
Yeah.
I was saying, why? Right,
It's
we're in
mind-boggling.
2018. Like, what is going
It came
on?
out when TRL came out, right?
Right.
Ain't
So,
that old. So it's crazy
oh, you said
that they
TRL.
have-
Wait a minute. I had to catch on. I'm like, wait, TRL was
Oh,
2001.
But they are back. Are you talking about the relaunch?
The relaunch.
Whatever it is, it's
Because
it's
it
actual
wasn't
relaunch.
around before the first time.
I don't know, whatever. The fact that people are still getting caught out there is
It's crazy.
It's disturbing. The fact that
Yeah.
people are still doing it because you could find out, like, you can take a picture and put it into Google and find out where it belongs to, who
Right.
it belongs to. So if people catfishing you, That's a way to find
That's
out.
insane.
Welcome to 2018.
Anyway, back to Bobby Ashley.
That's crazy. What? But
Yeah, that is
It's more
crazy.
material for your
Yeah.
Yeah, this right in season 2. You
Right.
know, single man.
So how far in is a single man right now?
So we completed 4 episodes for the
Nice.
first season.
So 40 minutes so far.
yeah, basically.
Continue to do 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we basically that was crazy. Let me tell you the story, the production schedule behind that. Because this time around last year, I was finishing casting, going into rehearsal.
Okay.
So November 5th, 6th, and then the next weekend after that, we shot 4 episodes in 3 days. We had to like get that out the way, and from there, the next month I prepped for the Av, and then we back and shooting the Av season 2. So it was like back to back to back. But yeah, I had a great time filming Single Man because sometimes you do drama, and then it's like it's crazy, and I have a great time filming with the cast, but then I'm like, all right, I want some comedy. Let's just switch it up a little bit. And I feel like as an artist, I don't like to be put in the box because I have a lot of range.
A lot of layers.
So I want to show people that hey, I could do drama, I could do comedy, and then I want to tell you all about my feature film that I'm writing right now. It's a suspense thriller. So it's like I want to do a lot of these things and to show people like us as black folks. we come with different shades of color. We come with quality, so we can we can have a black Game of Thrones, we can have a black this, a black that, so we just don't have to be the typical image that people are so used to seeing us in. It's like that's why people are that's why Moonlight was at a hit its peak.
well.
Get Out, all these amazing shows. Insecure is like it shows us, and so shows us in range.
Outside of Love and Hip Hop.
Outside of Love and Hip Hop,
Yes.
and all that crazy stuff. So
There are a lot of TV programs with full black cast, and I was wondering like why did it take so long? I believe Empire was the first show that people just started going crazy. Directors is like trying to figure out what to do
what
next.
is going on?
Let's get a full black cast on the screen.
Right.
So it's something that we need.
Yeah.
Something that we definitely
We still
need.
have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm grateful for all that. The show's happening, but now we have a lot of work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We need more black, studio executives, more black studio presidents to greenlit these projects. Because at the end of the day, folks are still pitching to white executives.
Yep.
So it's like I'm grateful to see Insecure in Atlanta, all this, but we have to change the image in the room as well. So
I would love to know how can we build our own, like just separate from what they're doing. Like, can we get the Tyler Perrys and Oprah and those people together and build our own? Like, well, Oprah has her own
and
network.
Tyler has his own studio
Yeah.
in
He has
Atlanta.
his own studio. Like, I feel like if
And
they come together, they can build.
And Ava DuVernay has
Yeah.
Array. So
Even- So just imagine those three persons coming together.
I feel like we're getting there,
we're
though.
on our way.
Yeah, I
They need to
definitely
hurry
think
up.
that
They hurry
Come
up.
on.
progress
on.
is a slow process.
It is.
And
It
we've
is.
gotten way further than we have ever
Exactly.
been.
Come on,
Oof.
Tati.
I know, but
like-
we've gotten
I love it.
farther.
Don't get me wrong. I do.
Bobby
I agree. I
Ashley
love the
Studios
progress.
coming.
It's
There you
on its
go.
way.
In Brooklyn too.
In Brooklyn.
Probably in Brownsville.
Right. I'm a take away.
I probably have to make my way there then.
Right.
course you do.
Driving to the studio like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
This is what we're doing.
Right.
This is
Even
what we're doing. in
what
Brooklyn.
was the show? The remake. She's Gotta Have It.
She's Gotta Have
That
It.
was in Brooklyn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the way Spike Lee got so many great shots of Brooklyn. Like
And
the
it put
Brooklyn so
Yeah.
sweet.
He does Brooklyn
All the
at his
time.
justice. So
Yes.
it's like
I think he
everything
loves
is in
Brooklyn as
Spike
much as I
hand.
do.
It's like, right, he gonna take care of Brooklyn. That ain't my problem.
Yeah.
All right, it's Spike. He's gonna. He got it. Ain't nobody knew, and then we would have been like, okay, what are you doing? But it's like, oh, you Spike, okay. Yeah, Crooklyn, she gotta have it. All right, Jungle Fever, okay, cool. Malcolm X, all right, just to name a few. But yeah.
Talk to us about your relationship with Steven. We've had him on the show
Yeah.
before.
Shout out to Steven Fernandez.
That's my
Yes.
brother right there. He's amazing. Like I remember, getting him for Ed, and he came to the well, it wasn't an audition. It was like more so a rehearsal because I saw his reel. I was like, "Hey, you want this role?" And then he said, "All right, cool." So he came up.
Hey, you want this role? Would you like
and then
that?
he-
If
he-
only it happened that way.
like, hey, you want this role? He was like, sure. So he came in and he did his thing, and we grew, such a strong bond with each other. Me, him, Zay Diggs, Shaniqua J. West, Brett Perrier, that Crystal Gardner, who's on the Grand Hustle, BET. Crystal is amazing. That's my sachet right there. Crazy self. And then the new folks, Meek. And then Hassan or Christ Young, Marcellus, Kimberly Medina Courts. That's a long ass cast. Okay, sorry. I just realized, damn. Okay, but
That's what you're gonna be
beautiful
doing
thing.
when you're up there accepting your award.
I was like,
Did I forget anybody?
I ain't forgetting anybody. I read the entire cast of the act.
Right. Everybody.
It's too long.
It covers everyone.
All right, this stamp, but
Yes.
yeah, it's just a strong bond. And then behind the scenes, my amazing friend Mika, who I met in film school, who's the producer. Jay Namar, everybody. My boy Eddie. So it's such a great, strong family unit that we have because we locked that down in season 1. We had that bond, and we were like moving forward. We have to stick together because of
There's a
this
lot of
business.
respect in that room.
Exactly, a lot of respect in the room.
Respect each other's careers. and what they're doing.
Exactly, and folks, we have our moments, but it's like family have their moments, and they be like, okay, whatever. So what? Move on.
Right.
So it shows like, but we show each other not only love but tough love, constructive criticism,
Absolutely.
and because that's all exactly that's a strong part of growing as an artist and as a human being.
Right now, you're on the Amazon platform. What other platforms are we working on? Let's help you. Let's help him get it to them other platforms.
Yes.
right. So we on Amazon Prime as of now, and hopefully,
Which is big. Well, actually, let me take it back. Amazon Prime. Talk about your views on Amazon Prime.
yeah.
Like the Av.
Yeah. So
He's
Steven,
humble, and you over here trying to have him
you
close
love me
in.
so much. Steven does the same thing. He'd be like, "Yeah, so he
Doing
got
it, man.
numbers," and I'm like, "Yeah," but Steven be like, "Bobby's so humble, he ain't gonna say his numbers out loud." I'm like, "No,
You're doing
20 million streams on Amazon Prime, but
Awesome.
Bomb.
it's
Drop the mic.
that's it."
See,
I gotta say nothing. No,
Yeah,
I'm joking,
that's
but
awesome.
yeah, I'm just grateful. Like, wow, we started this, going on 3 years ago.
Nice.
Just a bunch of us in Brownsville filming the show,
Yeah.
and then now we here, and then we're constantly growing. The word is constantly getting out there. I remember I met Trav Q. I don't know if you all know him. He's on social media. He be like, "Who mans is this?" That's the guy. But I met him at the Latino Film Festival. We was talking, and I brought up the Av. He said, "Oh, I heard about your show." So I'm like, "Okay, you heard about my show." Oh, okay.
Nice.
So, but my friend was like, "We get used to it." I was like, "Well, I'm slowly getting used to it. It's a process for me." But like I said, ever since that Pix 11 News interview came out,
Well,
people were
that's what I
like,
actually found,
"Hey." See, so I'm like, all right, cool, all right. So this is gonna happen. Then there's some other things coming forward. And the shot. I want to say this: we won best dramatic series at the Glow Film Festival in LA. So that was back in LA in August, and then
That's awesome.
I did a panel for the National Urban League for Black Media back in August as well. And the Latino Festival happened in August. So August is just, hey,
That's
blessings.
awesome.
I'm giving them to you.
Right.
Take them.
Take it, receive
So
it,
I'm like,
understand it.
exactly. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And then I have some other things that I can't wait to announce. So yeah.
Soon come. You
Now
can come
let
back
me
on the
ask.
show.
Right.
Let me ask you. I know, like right now, you're just getting started. So, at what point do you think you would be like, okay, the Av, we're done. Like I did it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, have you? I'm sure you haven't gotten to that point yet. But when do you think when you can't develop a character anymore, or?
I know when the show's gonna end already because it's like it's gonna be hard to let the show go, but I feel like it's my baby, but I'm always producing more pumping out more projects. So I know when the Av is gonna come to an end. The season already said, like, I already literally is because I have a series Bible, so it lists characters, all that, season by season, and I'm like, okay, so this is the last season. This is how we're gonna close the show out. So, but it depends where the show goes. Like, depends on it. Just depends.
You ever
like,
open that book and be like, all right, you're dying this
uh,
You'll be
sometime-
resurrected.
Sometimes,
listen.
you know, we have to, like, somebody
Gotta do the business.
You know,
Business is business.
it's business is business. You know, hard feelings, but you know, at the end of the day, I always tell folks, my actors, they're so talented. They're gonna find more work.
You're gonna find more
everywhere.
work.
Like they have
this
work
type of
now, so
platform,
it's like
yeah.
everybody's doing their thing. So
Social media has you capable of doing a lot. Yeah.
exactly.
I think sometimes though, like it gets to a point where you just drag it on so long, and it's like, like I
Right.
think that's how people feel about Empire. Like Empire is like
Where can it
little
go? So
wrapping
actually,
up.
I heard this season is pretty good.
Oh,
Like,
really?
it's
I
reminding
stopped
people
watching it a
of
while
the
ago.
first one.
Mr. Lee Daniels is back in the chair.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, but Star, the other show that comes on,
So I started it, and I want to like really get into it, but
I know,
I'm like,
it's hard to get into the first thing, but it's gonna
Yeah.
grow on you.
it really is.
It's gonna grow on you. Like,
I feel like they do that on purpose because it looks dated.
yeah,
The film and the show, it looks dated on purpose. I feel like they're doing it so it could, grow really quickly in the next
Yeah.
2 seasons, make it totally different.
because this
That's
season,
almost like how they did, as they were fading out Scandal. They were bringing How to Get Away with Murder. Because
Yeah.
How to Get Away with Murder, it
It's-
started off really slow,
yeah,
and now
yeah,
it
it's
like has to
just
hold its
crazy.
own.
It's, like,
And
crazy.
Scandal's gone now.
Scandal's
It's almost
gone
like this
now.
the intro.
Yo,
Shonda
this is
Rhimes
the-
knew
How
what
to
she
Get
was
Away
doing.
with Murder is a job, yo. You have to watch it. Like, you know how they go back like
It
6
really
weeks
is.
You
earlier,
have to.
and if you miss a second of it, they went back
Right.
only 2 weeks, but then came back
Oh
4
my
weeks, and then you
God.
just
It's
That's
so
amazing- that's
hard
the
to keep
amazing
up
writing.
with.
right. Amazing
that
writing.
writing.
Like they
Peter
want you to
Nowak.
keep you intrigued, and that's a beautiful
Exactly.
thing. When you write, like, do you come to a point where you want to write something really vicious and gory, a horror of some sort, or is it just straight, comedy or whatever avenues rather?
think
No
it's
pun
a-
intended.
I think I
You
think
go
it's
as far as your writing.
right. I think it depends on the mood, because this feature film that I'm writing right now, it's a suspense thriller, and
You did say that, yeah.
yeah, and it's a suspense thriller,
It's okay.
and it's
It's late.
it's a suspense thriller, and people are going to be intrigued because they haven't. Every time I pitch the story to folks, they be like, "What the
Right.
like, where did this come from?" And I'm like, I don't know, but I always, it's just crazy. I'll tell you all this little snippet of it. Basically, is about this woman who tries to fight her way out. Well, let me retract.
See, if I didn't ask that question, you would be explaining. But go ahead.
Right.
So it's a Nocturnal Vibes exclusive.
right. So it's called "Come With Me," heavily inspired. If you ever listen to Tupac Shakur, "Hail Mary," and understand the lyrics, that's where I got it from. The title.
Okay.
So basically, it's about this single woman who her date goes wrong because she's kidnapped by an organ harvester, and she's trying to find her way back home. So through a plagiarized Uber app.
Through a plagiarized Uber app.
That's how they catch
Interesting.
people.
You
think
heard
you're
how his
going
voice
home
was
and
going
you're
lower,
not.
like he was doing a promo driller.
You think you're going home and you're
I'm
not.
pretty sure he's used to it by now.
Yeah. You're going home and you're not going home.
Right.
So
Wow.
it's I pitched that and everybody's like, what the f-?
Let me know when you're ready to do the trail. I got you, bro.
Okay,
Do
perfect.
your
So
trailer, bro.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I was telling Gillivar Joseph G Muggs, who played Mike on the Ave, and who was also on Power, who played Biscuit, if you guys remember last season, season 4. He told him about it today. He was like, what? Like I broke the entire story down from Act 1 to Act 2,
Right.
Act 3. I'm like, yeah, I've been I told him, I was like, I've been wrestling with the script for. I ain't even wrote the script yet. I'm like, I've been wrestling with the outline, the beat sheet for like months. And I told him, he was like, yo, we need to do this. Like, what?
Good?
That's.
Love
And
that.
then he was like, where did you catch the inspiration from? I was like, I was riding the Uber. He said, you thought about this riding in the Uber? What the heck is wrong with you? I was like, yeah,
I mean,
I'm a
listen.
very weird person, but
Inspiration for anywhere.
right. I'm
from
like, that's crazy. I was
anywhere.
like, yo, what if some crazy shit might happen? And then they'd be like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah,
That happened.
Yeah, right?
So we're looking forward to another 20 million views.
Yes.
Right. Right.
That's what's up.
That's soon going to be happening.
Me time. We talk a lot about self-care, self-love. We're not selfish.
Right.
Thinking about ourselves. We get busy day to day. But what do you do for you? What do you do for yourself? Your me time, something that shuts everything out, or maybe not. But what is your me time?
My me time is basically, again, I'm a filmmaker, so I love to watch the film noir era of the black and white films.
Okay.
And just to just escape from my own stuff and just to the image, because image is image is everything to me, and just being able to tune out my personal life and escape into someone else's world for like an hour or few.
Yeah.
So yeah, that and documentaries. I'm another fan of documentaries. And I'm now getting to listen to a lot of podcasts. So I'm like, yo, is this amazing one called Don't At Me by Justin Simeon. He's the creator of Dear White People. And he has this amazing podcast. So I'm subscribed to that. So yeah, that's that. But this year, that's why I wrote Single Man Problems for a reason. Hello. It's just all about self, like you said, self-worth and understanding that sometimes it's okay to not be with anyone because timing is everything. And yes, it can feel lonely. Yes, it's like, dang, but my friends and blah, blah, it's their time. It's not my time yet, and I'm okay with that. That was like a note that I had to really set in when I turned 25, because I was like, okay, you're in your 20s, so I said, why are you rushing? That's one, relax yourself. Two, you got things going on. And three, stay focused, because that brings a lot of headache when the time is right. Exactly, when the time is right, the time is right. This is a time for self motivation. It's all about self. It's okay to be selfish, so that was like something I had to tell myself, moving forward. So
at the same time, keeping your eyes open. You don't want to block your blessings.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You want to understand who's coming your way.
Right. Study a lot of human behavior.
Yes.
Exactly. What's their goal and what's they want and they need. Speaking of character terms.
So where do you see yourself in the next couple of months? I won't even say years. A couple of months.
I see myself on the stage at the Robin Hood Foundation, making a speech in December.
Okay. And what's your speech about? You already wrote it?
I'm working with them right now.
Okay.
It's basically, I'll be the face of Gutman Community College. I graduated from I was part of the inaugural class.
Congratulations.
So thank you. And it's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters. I've never done an 8-minute speech in front of a big crowd of donors.
Wow.
Basically rich people. I'm like, hey, I'm the guy from
Might get some donors from that.
Right. I'm like, hey, come in, give me something. What you doing? But
20
nah.
million streams.
Right. So that was that. That's how I see myself. I also see myself constantly being consistent with my work and just continue to produce authentic content, because I feel like there are a lot of people out there who want to like fill other people's shoes. And I'm like, no, find your size and walk in your faith. Don't I found me. I'm good. Lena Waithe found hers. All these other people found theirs. Don't focus on trying to imitate someone else, because the journey won't have no meaning behind it. It's like walk with a purpose, not for a moment.
Miss Lena White got her award. I love to see people who are so humble and just she accepted her award like she was just a humble woman.
Right.
And you could tell, like, I wasn't even thinking about this. I'm doing this because this is what I love to do.
Right.
You know, I have a purpose. I have a mission.
Like, you know.
So
right.
it's you could read it on certain people. But it's important to just sit back and reflect and love what you do and understand it, like you said. You know?
Exactly. Just do the work.
Do the work.
Just do the work and learn from the work and hone the craft. A lot of people want to be, I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actor, I'm going to do this. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see a script. And then the script is like, okay, but are you willing to put in the work to make the script better? Are you willing to put in the work to go to acting classes? Are you willing to put in the work to do this and that? So it depends. Are they willing to put in the work? If they're not willing to put in the work, then find another career, because
it's too easy for people. They feel it like the access, or they can get on social media and then just get exposed.
Yeah, social media has gassed a lot of people. I'm like,
for truth.
oh God, okay,
so.
everybody's an actor. All right, cool. Let's do this. And then when they come and audition for me, they're like, oh, I'll have to do this. Like, this is serious. Like, let's take it serious.
You're not in front of a camera.
Right. You know, it's like, I don't mind working with new people, but it's like, come ready, come correct, because don't feel like, oh, because I feel like I know I can do it. Like, okay, a lot of people out there know they can do it, but are you putting in the work to make sure those skills are honed? Because if I walk into NBC saying I can write, I give them a bad script, I just blew my chance. No other studio is gonna work with me. All right, out of Hollywood, bye. Right. So it's like, what are the steps folks are taking to hone their craft? I read scripts every day. I just finished reading American Beauty. I see why it won, you know, numerous Oscars. I was like, okay, you know, I just finished reading screenplay. So it's like, I'm reading, I'm learning, I'm reading the podcast and listening to podcasts, all this because I'm constantly sharpening the tools. I want to become better. You know, I don't want to be the same. So when people see the next Bobby Ashley project, they're going to be like, whoa, that's crazy. That's different. Right. You know,
you see the growth.
Exactly. Growth. That's it. Because I always tell folks, as long as I'm seeing the growth, I'm good. So like, it's not about, oh, this and that. And then when I see other people's stuff, I'd be like, yo, the growth is there.
Yeah.
I respect it. I don't care if you shot on the DSLR. You took that camera, you made something happen compared to someone who took a Red and they got unnecessary shots. And I'm looking like, okay, why is the shot there? First of all, there's no story. That's one. Why is the shot there, blah, blah. Compared to someone who shot their movie on DSLR or, you know, a Canon 5D or something, but the story is there, it's rich, it's something authentic. It's something that can touch people. I'm like, oh, bam, that's going to get people far. Not that is like, all right, that's nice, lighting's cute, but what's the story? Is it touching me? Is it touching people, or is it just for the moment? Don't be temporary, be everlasting. What's going on?
That. I like that. Everlasting.
Yes.
You know,
the words of Bobby Ashley.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, they could definitely find me on social media, Instagram at I am Bobby Ashley. I'm not bougie, because someone took Bobby Ashley. I'm like, who? What? Okay. And then I am Bobby Ashley on Instagram, Facebook, Bobby Ashley. Follow the app at the app series. Follow Single Man at Single Man Series.
20 million views.
20 million views of the app. And if you have Amazon Prime, everyone has Amazon Prime, you get to do their shipping. Right. You can also watch my show called The Av on Amazon Prime now. Single Man Problems is in the film festival circuit. We'll hopefully be having this premiere December. We're back to filming season 3 of The Av come next year, January. Auditions will be happening in November. Be on the lookout. Follow us at The Av series.
You got next, bro. You got next.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to all the listeners for tuning in. We here each and every Thursday. Self-care, self-love are not selfish. Stay in tune to yourself. Keep it sexy. This is Nocturnal Vibes.
These have headphones you bring out in the wintertime.
Time heals wounds, that's what they say, to help all their pain go away. But it's all lies. A full year has passed. I'm worse off than when we met last. And I hate that I loved you so much. How our friendship and love turned to rust.
And all those nights out working late, the nights stay over your head on my chest, I'd hold you closer till your nerves were calm. You were the one. You were the one. You were the one. You were the one. You're still the time heals wounds, that's what they say. Yet whiskey and wine takes your place.